Okie dokie. I do not like this at all. We'll just have to deal with it though. Hmm. Can we? Okay, there we go. Hello. Hello. I'm glad you guys are here. Hey, everybody. Thank you. I like the new haircut very much too. Way easier to deal with. Hi, everybody. I'm having to watch the comments on my phone because for some reason they don't stay up. They don't stay up on my tablet, but my tablet has a better camera. Your favorite video game character? Who is that? Who do that be? I am intrigued. And I hate that I've changed the idea for the stream as well as probably the time allotted for today. This was not really of my own doing. Um, I don't even want to call him my boss. I guess that would be a good description, though. He is the guy that I currently have multiple contracts with because I'm a contracted industrial cleaner. So he's decided today to just have me get in touch with one of the shops and get them to leave me a key. And I'm going to go over there and just clean it today, even though today is not normally one of those days. Apparently, it was from the very beginning, and I just didn't know. So I have to leave earlier than anticipated. But it is what it is, man. How am I feeling? Um, I'm feeling better as far as I haven't had one of those episodes in a hot minute, but I've also been doing some things that I have been reading about that might help, depending on whether this condition is actually what some of us think it might be, which would make a certain amount of sense. I don't really have a family history per se of this particular condition, but conditions like it. So, yeah, Skullgirls, an Egyptian goddess. Ah, yes. Well, I was channeling a certain amount of that, honestly, because, throat tattoo. That's just slightly a fan of Egyptian history and just Egypt in general. I think it's a really insanely beautiful place, even though it can be kind of unforgiving, especially for, a backwoods country girl like me, I'm sure. I'm trying really, really hard, you guys, to try and figure out how to do the stream orientation so that I know that I'm looking at you. Because with my tablet, it's really hard to concentrate and focus on the camera. I don't know why, but I'm so used to filming with either my phone or my little GoPro that I don't know where to look. So if I'm not looking, it's either because I'm looking at comments or, you know, something off to the side because I have two puppies and they are needy. I can't even say they're puppies. They're not puppies. They're old-ish. They're like 7. How's the house coming along? It's a slow process. Not gonna lie, it's taking way longer than I anticipated, but that has been the trend of the entire project. So at this point, I'm kind of used to the whole stop and go thing. You add on to that the price of any of the materials needed to finish up what we don't already have. And yeah, it's taking a little bit of time. That, and I'm trying to find property right now that I can put a down payment on where I can just put it out there. It won't even be livable necessarily right off the bat because we have got to uh, convert it to like solar, and we've got to try and figure out if we're going to dig a well or how we're going to do the water source because a lot of the places that we're having to look are off grid. And it's because the state that I live in doesn't like tiny houses. just just plain and simple, they don't like tiny houses, not unless they can somehow or another make more money off of them. So I'm having to go way out in the middle of nowhere. Resin dice. Oh no. Oh no, Ram. What color did they end up You know what though? It, don't get too discouraged because I've done that many, many, many times. I am getting a message. Hello? Hola? Sorry guys. I am telling someone I'm streaming. Okay. Let's try. Oh no. No, you stupid phone. There we go. Okay, let's see. Oh, yes, this sweater. Thank you, Wolfie. This sweater is now one of my favorite ones. But dude, seriously, this Christmas holidays, like shopping holiday season, has produced some phenomenal hoodies and actual sweaters. Like I shouldn't need a Christmas sweater for a long time. Oh no, white dye with pomegranate. Oh no. Ew, so it's like oh, that's like milky. Yeah, I can see where that would have probably been slightly disappointing to unmold and be like, oh no, that was not what I had in mind. Dang, I'm sorry, baby. You made resin angel wings for your mom and grandma. Oh, that's a sweet gift. That's really freaking sweet. Sorry guys, my eyes are watering a little bit. Like between the fact that I'm still working on my coffee for the morning, and if you can hear, my voice is it's not 100%. I don't know exactly why. But um, I will say, for those of you that were concerned about my fainting spells, we still don't know what's going on. It's going to take a little bit for me to come up with the money for all this because I'm trying to fund, property and trying to take care of as many of my family's costs as I can. And, just it's a lot, and I know that everybody is probably struggling financially, but it's one of those things where my health has been put on the back burner entirely too often in recent years, and I'm paying the price for it now. Like I saw signs of something being wrong and just tried to ignore them because I didn't want to be in crippling medical debt. But it's kind of looking like, as and unless you're just an extremely healthy person, you're gonna have quite a bit of that. So, for those of you wondering, my bruises have healed, and I have not had another one of those spells where I've actually gone out. Now, I have had a couple where I've gotten really dizzy and I had to like sit down or lay down pretty much immediately when I felt that in order to keep from blacking out like I did. But it wasn't as severe. The last two times it happened, I was able to recognize what it felt like and get down in enough time that there wasn't a danger of me falling out completely and hurting myself. So that was nice. Um, okay, so Wolfie, that would normally be true, but mine happens when I'm standing still in a position, same position, just like standing talking to somebody for 3 to 5 minutes straight, and I don't really shift my weight or anything. I'm just kind of standing there. I start to get dizzy. I don't know what that is. I'm not quite sure what that is. Now, as far as when you're at a sitting position or, a lying down position and you get up too fast, yeah, I know what that feels like because I've done that, especially when I was a kid. I did that a lot. I don't know why. Maybe I thought it was fun. But this was different because I'd been up. Like I'd been up doing things and running around the house, and then I had stopped in the living room to talk to my adopted mom and standing there talking, and all of a sudden I was like, "Ooh, my lips are kind of getting they're tingling a little bit. That's probably not a good sign." So I went and sat down at the kitchen table, and I was talking to both of them in the living room, and then I just fell, like literally fell out of the chair and lost consciousness. Twice, actually, they said that I blacked out. So they finally got me to come to a little bit, but it scared the daylights out of me. You guys, I did full on cry when I came out of it because I was like, what just happened? And for those of you that have ever had spells like that, I am so sorry because that is scary. You have zero control over that situation at all. Is there a way for you guys to help? Let's see. Pixie, no, not in a long time, but I can already tell you that I have had a diagnosis of a heart murmur in utero, like in the womb. They honestly thought it was like barely they could hear a twin's heartbeat. Come to find out, my heartbeat is off. My thumps are off. Um, and it's a valve deformation. It was nothing that they were too concerned about, even when I was an infant. Like they decided not to proceed with surgery because I seemed like a healthy kid. But that's what my fear is it's something heart related, um, which would cost an arm, a leg to get a diagnosis and a treatment. But I also know that's nothing to play with. So as far as ways that you guys can help me, I don't really have anything set up. I used to have somewhere where you could like basically leave me a tip. It was like a tip jar and you could pay for a commission that way or whatever. But yeah, as far as like platforms of any kind, I don't really have anything set up specifically for that. Because I don't want you guys to ever feel obligated to help financially. You being here and you making this channel what you've made it is is so much like so much better to me. I mean, yeah, it's a struggle financially, but everybody's struggling. So it's one of those things where I specifically haven't shared a link to anything for any kind of donations because yeah, I mean, it would help, but in the grand scheme of things, I just can't see spending thousands of dollars potentially right now when I am staying in my family's house because I'm at a halt on a project that was only supposed to take a couple years. Like I've been a little overwhelmed, a little overstimulated recently because of all of this. So could be heart related and it could be all the stress. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I'm sorry. It's so hard to do this because I want to be able to look and like eye contact ish. But I can't see the chat. It disappears. And it's like 15 seconds and it disappears. Okay, well then I'll tell you what. I'll look into maybe doing a Kofi account because that's not the first time it's been suggested to me. And when I get that up and running, I'll share it with you guys. Please never feel obligated. Like, never feel like you have to do anything other than just be here and exist here with me. But for those of you that want to help, yeah, I'll set something up once I get into town where I work, because I will have a little bit of time before I actually have to go in and like do the thing. So I'll set something up out there and then I'll share in a community post maybe or something. I've got a link tree. I might just link it in there and share my link tree with you guys. Oh, oh my goodness. It is the Pugsy. I see a wild Pugsy in my chat. Hello, dear. Oh, that coffee is cold. Bleh. No, thank you guys. The fact that you would actually do that to try and help me get a leg up on this is pretty awesome and really sweet, but not surprising because I have some of the sweetest subscribers ever. You guys have you a lot of you have been with me from very early on, and then the ones that are new here that have been participating like wholeheartedly in conversations, in comments, and supporting other subscribers and giving them words of encouragement. You guys are so sweet, like so sweet. So we don't ever have to reach big numbers in this community as long as we're reaching the people that we need to reach. um, I'm just glad you guys are all here. I wanted to bake cookies though. I was so excited to bake cookies on stream. I was like, yes, gonna make some cookies. And then I get, all of the yay and like big heart eyes from everybody that I'm staying with right now when I offer them warm cookies. Ugh, I do not know what is going on with the eyeball today. Oh, thank you, Snow. See, I love seeing comments like that because it makes me feel like I'm actually helping. Like what I set out to do with this channel is helping. That's that's the best feeling ever as a creator is that my content is reaching the target audience and helping, even if just a little bit, even if it's just like a 6 to 12 minute escape from all the BS going on around you. I'm glad I could be there to help. You have some art for me, huh? Okay, I'm interested to see that. I love the art accounts that I follow of certain ones of you. I love seeing when you post your art. I feel like um had I pursued mine a little more readily after high school, because I was in advanced art in high school, and I had planned to go into an art program in college, and That didn't happen because I became a mom, and for some reason, my father was like, "No, you got to move out. You can forget about school. You need to get a job and leave." So didn't go to college. Kind of regret that a little bit because I was going to trade school. It wasn't going to be anything fancy, but trades pay pretty well. Hydro. Wait, what? Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I guess you guys have not seen me really debut, unless you're following me on other socials. You haven't seen me debut my new look. I went really short with the dreadlocks and really short with bangs, which I haven't had in 4 years. So I got to say, though, I like the V bang. I really do. One of my friends suggested it, and she was like, "You are a goth girl. It is going to look fine on you." And I'm like, okay. Got really nervous and cut them where they were way too long to begin with, and it looked really silly. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to commit. So I committed, and I love them. They're a pain in the butt, though. I forgot how much of a pain it is to have bangs. Yeah, painting. I did oil and acrylic paintings. I loved both. I loved anything to do with pottery. I like doing graphite, like the graphite pencils. I have a huge actually pencil set somewhere here in a sketch pad that I need to pull out. I used to love to draw just for the heck of it. I like to write too, which in high school I wrote a book and I illustrated like five different full illustrations that went at pivotal points in the book. And I have no idea where the only copy of that actually is. So that makes me sad because it was a vampire book. Maybe I would have been the one that wrote a vampire novel that blew up instead of it being the whole Twilight series. No hate to Twilight, no hate at all. But fight me. Vampires should not sparkle. Just saying. Yeah. You're very sweet, Pixie. Thank you. Um, I feel like on TikTok, well, and I'm sad. I'm really hoping this band does not go through because I've met so many cool people. Like Pugsy that popped in chat earlier. Pugsy is my Aussie friend, um, and he is one of very many people. Some of you actually that I've met through the TikTok account that I have, and I don't know. I feel like I can be more myself on TikTok than I can on any other platform because while the persona that I have on this channel is very close, I am the motherly type. I have been a mom friend since I was a teenager. Uh, it's also only a small portion of who I am. I'm actually a really crude person. I'm one of the that's what she said jokes pretty much consistently. Once I get comfortable around somebody, I say stupid and inappropriate things all the time because I have one life to live and I've already lived 42 years of that life. So, no apologies for being myself. And that is the platform that's allowed me to do that. So, I feel slightly threatened because I have this persona that I'm keeping with pretty much the rest of what I have. Painting is your oh fact fiend. Thank you. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. I love that. The nickname is so adorable. Um, Painting is your Achilles heel? Oh my gosh. It was for me for a while too because I'm an impatient person. I rush myself through everything, and I mean everything on a daily basis rush. So, yeah, painting was always something I struggled with because you have to take your time and you can't rush through the process because then the painting looks rushed. It's not garbage, but close enough, I guess, type thing. I was always really critical of painting. Um, like I would go back and tweak something for 2 weeks in a row and almost ruin it before I would be like, okay, that's enough and put it down. You wish you could draw? Wanted to thank me. You were diagnosed with. Oh, Pip, I'm so sorry, baby. Holy shoot. I know that had to be a hard diagnosis to swallow. Wow. So have you improved? I'm not going to say are you better because that's probably something that you just don't get better from. But is the medication helping? Like, are you improving at all? You wish you could draw. Cosmic, honestly, the only reason why I feel I can even halfway draw anything, and I'm not great at it. I'm really not. I'm better at painting than I am drawing, which make sense. But the only reason why I have any drawing discipline at all is because my mother was an artist and she started really young with me, sitting me down with sketchbooks and stuff and trying to show me, the different proportions and how bodies moved and muscular, like lumps and bumps and how the skeleton would align to what pose I wanted, like an animal in or a person in. She was very informative when it came to art. She just sucked at being a mom. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. She was not a great mother, but she did instill a love of art in me at a very young age. And as crazy as this sounds, as hard as I've struggled not to become her, there are certain qualities that I see that are parallel between the two of us. Bugsy, it was my eyes. It, it's very very possible, yeah, but I think mostly it was your hilarious personality. Like your personality just oozes from you, dude. You have a killer sense of humor. Like y'all, Pugsy is a funny dude, a funny dude, and the fact that he has an Aussie. Ooh, have mercy. Okay, sorry about that. The fact that he has an Aussie accent is just like bonus points because I love some Aussies. I've been to Australia and I didn't want to come back. As much as I love my home, I didn't want to come back. It is a whole different ball game out there though, like on your toes all the time. We make jokes here in the US about everything in Australia wanting to kill you, but there's only so much of that that's an actual exaggeration. There are some truly nightmarish critters out that way. You'll be 55 on Sunday. Eek. Oh my goodness, Pixie. Well, happy early birthday, baby doll. And you're as old as you feel, which some mornings I wake up and feel ancient AF. So, all a matter of perspective, I suppose. Yeah. Fact fiend, facts. Facts about the vampires, facts. It was, I have sickle cell. Oh, okay. Okay. That makes a little more sense. And I agree with Pip as well. Cosmic, it is never too late to pick it up. And just keep reminding yourself to have fun with the process. Like, legit, just have fun learning. Just start off really simple with basic things and teach yourself how to do certain things. And then you learn all kinds of new techniques. And before long, you're looking back at your first sketches and going, wow, okay, I've learned a lot. I'm way better than I thought I was. Trust me, that's how, like I said, that's how I know that I have any drawing skill at all. It's not that I had natural talent, it was that my mom taught me a lot. Ugh, started to Oh, I get that, Ram. Oh, I get that. That was my favorite art teacher. His name was Mr. Claiborne, and he is the single reason that I continued to have a passion for art, even after me and my mom's relationship went sour. He was kind of there to step up. Him and my grandmother. My grandmother, God bless her, she is such an angel, and she's with us. She's still with us. Um, she's adjusting after, of course, my grandfather passed, but she used to take me with like an actual paint palette and brushes, and we would go and just both have the easels, the whole setup, and we would spend like 2 or 3 hours painting whatever was in front of us. I think we did either a drawing or a painting in Gatlinburg in the Smoky Mountains, and both of us did the same perspective of it, and it still one of my favorite memories. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to smack you guys. Mother was an artist too. You know what though? Hey, Cosmic, if it makes you feel any better at all, my mom is an artist. I am an okay artist. My son will tell you he can't draw a stick figure, which obviously that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but he didn't get any of the artistic talent as far as like drawing, but he got the linguistic talent from the family. The bro could talk, and he's a Leo, so public speaking would be right up his alley. Pugsy, for the most part, I agree with that. The only thing I encountered that freaked me out were you guys have some pretty massive spiders, and I'm an arachnophobe. I have a spider tattoo because there are like two types of spiders that I am okay existing in the same space with. But as a rule, spiders are no go for me. I don't like creepy crawly things in general, but spiders just. And you guys have got some not what I'm used to spiders there. Why do I look like what? A human? You are obviously in here asking questions that are probably not something I would choose to ask. Like seriously, bro, I blade dancer is it? It's so much easier for you to just scroll right past, sweet pea. You are not welcome here if that is the tone you take immediately. It's not about what I look like, never has been. Fred, what up? Welcome. Okay, bye, Blade. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. Big time yapper and an Aries. You know what though? I get along with pretty much everybody. Like I don't think there is a sign that I really don't get along with. Um, Aquarius would be questionable, but that's only because pretty much every Aquarius I've met in my life, which have been few and far between, with the exception of one, has kind of grated on my last nerve. But as a rule, I get along with pretty much everybody. Hi, baby bat. I'm trying to catch up, right? Fred, every once in a great while, we do have a troll that just so happens to scroll on in, and immediately it is my looks that get attacked. This is the reason why, honestly, I had thought about going with a full 3D model, but I feel like that's a lot more impersonal and that you guys feel way more cozy talking to me, like real me, because we've been doing this for a hot minute. But I mean, there's only so much of that hate you can take before you're just like, for real, man, makes you not want to make content anymore. Very judgmental. What about Taurus? You know what? I don't know that I know too many Tauruses. I don't think so. I'm a Virgo. So, I mean, if that wasn't painfully obvious by the very flamboyant nature of my personality. Don't like guys with water pit. What am I doing for Christmas this year? I am going to see my family on Christmas Eve and we're going to hang out. It's My family is getting smaller by the year, but it's my cousins, their husbands, their kids, my stepsister, her husband, my grandmother, and one uncle, and my dad and stepmom, and my son. He'll be there. We're going to hang out and exchange gifts and have a meal. We don't get to see each other near as much as we would like, so Christmas is always special. That seems to be the get together that no matter where we are located in the United States, we always end up getting together for Christmas Eve. So, and then Christmas Day, going to extended family and do another gift swap and eat breakfast and have mimosas. And that's the extent of it. I mean, we'll probably come back to where we're staying right now. I keep I keep tapping that. I'm sorry, guys. We'll probably come back to where we're staying now, and then I don't know, just chill because it'll be back to work in the next couple of days after that. So I'm gonna get some rest. Oh my gosh! Whoa! Wait! Scorpio. Cosmic is a Scorpio. Hey, don't let him get to you. True story, Ram. I swear it makes them happier to make somebody else miserable. It's all right. I built up a pretty thick skin pretty early on in life because I have extremely sharp facial features, and There have been some less than savory things said my way over the years about my facial features and the way I carry myself. So I built up a thick skin pretty quick. It aggravates me more than anything because it's just like, why waste your time at this point? We have a Sag. Jody. Jody is a Sag. And I love you too, Wolfie. I love you guys so much, really, seriously. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the comments. I don't want to miss anybody, and this is awkward and so scuffed. I can't wait to be in my house so that my stream doesn't suck. Let's see here. Pugsy, how convenient. I like Leos. Leos and Virgos seem to vibe pretty well. My son is a Leo, and I will say they are a favorite of the birth signs of mine. Like I like Leo and I like other Virgos. Normally we vibe like on a deep level, but there are a couple of other signs that I'm pretty cool with. I got quite a few Sagittarius in my friend group. You guys though, them Sages, oof, we gotta wash out. They mean business. 3D model or not, you're still mama bat to us and we love you. Oh, thank you, Fred. Yeah, okay. So Ram, no lie, I was hoping that that was why your name was Ram. That's great. I love that. Very much. Oh, we have so many Aries. Baby Bat is a Pisces. Let's see, Snow is a Scorpio. Wow, we have all kinds of star signs in here. What does Aries vibe with? You know what? I don't know. Bye, Snow. I'm sorry, honey, if you didn't feel as seen as you wanted to here. I'm trying so hard to keep up with everybody. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye, Pip. Oh, I didn't realize that's who was going. Bye, Pip. I don't guess you're leaving, are you, Snow? Thank you so much for coming to stream, Pip. It's okay if you couldn't stay very long. And enjoy your holiday. Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate. Libras rule. Okay. Come for the stories and stay for the mama bat. Oh, Knox, what up, a fellow Virgo? My sister and I were both Virgos. Picking up a new coloring book to go with your new markers. Heck yeah. Coloring time. I still do so much of that. I still do so much of that. The adult coloring books are a weakness. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, cute. There goes a text message from my boss. I was like, dude, I have a thing that I have to do this morning, so it's gonna be a minute before I get to town. I'm just gonna act like I didn't see that. What text message? I don't know what you're talking about. Right? That would be awesome if there was a bat zodiac sign. It's funny because I don't know that I haven't looked up how much it actually might have to do with a person's character, but like their Chinese zodiac. Um, because I laughed when I found out what mine was. I was like, wow, okay. That's okay. Do I have a bat tattoo? No, I am actually in the works of we're sketching one out, but because of where it is going to be located and the size it is going to be, it's a work in progress because that was probably going to take me a good 3 sessions, 3 sittings to be able to get it completely done. It is a pretty large piece and it is in a very sensitive spot. So no, I mean, technically I have birds and bat silhouettes like on my chest piece, but you really can't see those right now. Like a lot of my tattoos are covered. Your height, barely tall at 6'2". I don't know. That's a pretty nice height. I'm 5'9", and I would say that I wouldn't want to be any taller than 6'2", because I ended up being pretty tall for most of the people I went to school with. Like I got tall pretty quick, and then grew after I got pregnant with my oldest, which was wild to me. I was like, okay, I knew that you grew this way. I didn't realize you grew this way too. But yeah, apparently I wasn't done growing. I like 6'2". But I bet shopping for freaking pants is infuriating. I know it is for me, and I'm only 5'9". Yeah, yeah. Go look it up, Fact Fiend. It's actually kind of interesting, and it's different than your star sign would be. I do believe it's based by year. Hi, Karma. Hi, Karma. How you doing? Trying to catch up again. Meanwhile, I'm 5'4" when both my parents are 5'10". Dude, okay, so my mom was short. So was my grandmother, but my grandfather was hugely tall. This man was just stood at right at 7 foot at his tallest, like before he started to shrink. When I was really little, he was right at 7 foot tall. The man had to duck to get in regular sized doorways that I could just walk through. And I'm like, God. Most of the people in my family are right around the 6 foot mark. So I feel short about half the time. Like my son's even taller than I am. So Sebastian, you control somewhere else, sweet pea. You are not welcome. Just plain and simple. I try and be welcoming to anybody that wants to join our community, but you will not come in here and immediately start trolling and being ugly. Scroll on. I'm 5'6". Hey, you know what though? 5'6" is, I think 5'6" is about average. Maybe depending on gender, I'll say that. Depending on gender, assigned gender, yeah. There are oddities too. My little sister was so shrimpy. I loved it though. She was so tiny. Girl was like 94 pounds soaking wet, and she was like to here at one point on me, and it was so cute. Pregnancy is my worst nightmare. Oh, Knox. Yes, I have carried two children, and I will tell you that my teeth have suffered. Of course, I did also smoke for years. So there's that. See, that just doesn't make any sense. Why are we being so petty and being picked on for stuff like height? Like, kids are so mean. People are so freaking mean in general. Like, you're picking apart somebody else to make yourself feel better, because let's not look at our own flaws, even though they are numerous. You're the monkey. Dude, I'm the year of the dog, so I feel the same way. I don't know if that's supposed to be a good thing or a bad thing. I feel slightly offended and also intrigued. Oh, you miss being small. Oh, Wolfie, it's all right. I swear, I kind of do sometimes too. I'm gonna see my niece on Sunday for lunch, and we're getting pizza. Yes. What's your favorite kind of pizza, Fred? Putting you on the spot. What's your favorite kind of pizza? Let me know. Hugsy, 5'7". Oh, so I could give you head pats because I'm just like a smidgen taller than you are. Like, the head pats. Oh, tired. Yeah, I can understand that. It was, well, the exact opposite, actually, especially in high school. Like, I dated two two guys in high school that were shorter than me and quite a bit shorter than me. Um, I actually went to prom with one of them, and the prom pictures were slightly awkward. So I get that to a certain extent, only the other end of the spectrum. Like, I just wanted to be shorter because I had that growth spurt real quick. And then I was like, great, I'm looking over my prom date's head. What is going on? I mean, no shame and no hate to shorter people because you guys are so cute. You're fun sized. Like, could pick you up and squeeze you. What the hell is with these trolls? I honestly, I don't know, darling. I really don't. Every once in a while, like I said, every once in a while they just pop in and they're like random insult about my physical appearance. Bro, I'm harder on myself than you could ever be on me, so you're not going to make me cry. You're not going to make me angry. You're just going to make me point out that you're a dick, pretty much. Pardon my language, but that is how I feel. They're wasting their time here. Your school holidays start tomorrow. Woohoo! Oh man, yeah, it's been a minute since I've had to think about the whole Christmas break and all that for school. Wow, I bet you are stoked. I know I would be. That was my favorite part of the school year was when I got out for Christmas break because I knew that I was about to have the most amount of fun packed into a few weeks that I possibly could. And that's back when we got snow where I lived around Christmas. Now, no, no. Yesterday, we had severe thunderstorms and tornado watches and warnings a week before Christmas. Like, I ain't never in my life. Mother Nature is angry. Pepperoni. My son loves pepperoni. We have to get pepperoni and Italian sausage because I just did it again. I got to find somewhere different to put this guy. This is sad. I like Italian sausage, and my son doesn't mind it, but he likes pepperoni. He used to just do cheese pizza, which is wild to me. But I guess every kid went through that at some point, probably. Okay, see, cheese pizza with red pepper flakes. Yes. I also like Canadian bacon on mine. Karma, I like being short. I know though. You guys are so cute. Like I said, fun sized. I used to give one of my friends piggyback rides all the time because she was like almost, let's see, she's like 4'11". So she was almost a foot shorter than I was, which, hi, Erie. How are you doing today, honey? We are chit chatting until I have to get ready to go to work, which is way sooner in the day, way earlier in the day than I planned to have to go and people and do anything that required effort. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. The man pays me. I guess I might as well go do the thing. Nice Spanish final yesterday, huh? Congratulations. You are officially on break. I know that feels phenomenal. You have a friend who's 4'9". Ram, that was me and that one friend too. Like, people were honestly mistaken her for a little kid entirely too often, and it really upset her. She's like, I just want to be tall. I'm like, no, there are all kinds of issues that come with having longer stems and body. Yeah, you're okay being short. Just trust me. I will be the attack dog friend, and you will be fine. You love snow. Yeah, karma. See, I miss the snowy seasons that we don't get here anymore. The last few years especially. I mean, we've had sporadic snow, we've had ice, but we don't get the Christmases that we used to here. I mean, maybe in some of the more mountainous regions, but I don't live in one of them. Yeah, yeah, Wolfie, they have taken away time for Christmas break. We used to get I think it was 2 weeks back in the day that we got at least because there were a lot of the families that had kids and they would travel over the holiday season. So rather, than have those kids miss school because they still weren't back from traveling, they just said, okay, we'll make it a flat 2 weeks. Um, Honey, is that how you say your name, honey? Honey, I don't know. Yeah, I'm Southern. You will have to excuse me. I butcher pronunciation of things. Just finished your lunch break. Wish I could stay and chat. Yeah, I had to put on a face this morning. I've been up since like 4:30 this morning, so and it's now 10. Yeah, I'm full face because I got to go and deal with people. But you have a good rest of your day, honey. Thank you for coming by. Even though if it was abbreviated, I still like when you guys pop in. Hi, hi. Let's see here. Certain bats can be associated with various zodiac signs. You got the fringe-lipped bat, known for their hunting skills and excellent memory. Oh, bats are pretty fascinating. Sky puppies are really, really sweet. I mean, even the ones that are not so sweet, I still love them. You just woke up. Okay, Erie. Well, I hope you have a good day too. If you can stay, feel free. If you have to run, we understand. I'm probably going to have to run here in about another roughly a half hour and drive all the way back out there again. Oh, I just have to keep reminding myself I get paid. I get paid to do this. This is okay. Yeah, same karma. I feel like the climate has changed drastically, sadly, and we're not going to get that kind of Christmas for a long time. Probably not again in our lifetime. And if we do, I'm going to be really surprised because we just kind of see it. It's been disappearing slowly over years, but it's like every so often we get a really cold one, but there's still not enough good snow. Hey, how are you? I'm good, little one. How are you doing? You know what, Wolfie? Same. Like I said, I was bullied quite a bit in school. I swear everybody has their bully stories, though. It's wild to me how many people were bullied by somebody else who was bullied by somebody else, and it just kept on going. Um, Give me just a second. I don't know what the heck's going on over here. Oh, both of my furry children are in the floor. Karma, I wish. I wish I could have a nap. Not today, though. Snow, it's okay. I do that when I watch certain friends' streams because my brain just wanders off somewhere for a little bit and does a little problem solving. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, what was I doing? I have a couple of pretty good playlists. It varies depending on my mood. I listen to all kinds of music. The only kind of music that I don't listen to very much is country music, which shocks people because I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and they're like, "Well, don't you like country?" No. As a rule, I do not. I don't. I was just born here. I didn't pick it. Uh, I'd have to say, man, that's kind of a hard one. I'll say that I like some electronica, depending on what it is. I like certain rap styles, not every rapper. Um, there are a couple of really angry girlies that I listen to from time to time. There's a little bit of metal. It's just kind of an amalgamation. I mean, okay, I even listen to classical music. Got to be in the mood for it, but I will pull out a classical playlist. So my musical tastes are all over the map. Just put my Switch to charge. It's from 2018 and it sounds like a car engine. Oh no. I'm oh, oh baby is yelling. Yelling. Hi Rapid Cat. I'm so glad you could make it. I don't know how long I'll be able to stay on. Roughly 20 inches. Good lord. I don't know. That'd be a pretty intimidating sky puppy. I think that one would probably not be on my favorites list. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. I just I feel like it's a southern thing. A lot of the times we don't pronounce things properly. The stereotype has a little bit of realness behind it. Even those of us that are a little more well educated, we still mm, mispronounce and don't enunciate the way that we probably should. Oh, 1 week off for Christmas too. You guys are so y'all are getting so gypped. That stinks. You should have in like the first little bit of 2025 to decompress from all of the holiday shenanigans. Like that should be a thing. Arkansas and also do not like country music. Oh no. So you know the struggle because everybody just automatically assumes that I'm like a Swiftie or, I like Morgan Wallen and I'm just like, no, not really. Not really. There are one or two Taylor Swift songs that I'm a fan of. Um, I like okay, so one of my friends from high school is Jelly Roll's cousin, and I have liked Jelly's music for years, but I really, really like his newer music. That's one that if you guys haven't heard of him and you like experimenting with new stuff, Jelly Roll is pretty awesome. And he's also a really cool human on top of just makes good music. Now that is something that here recently he's gone for more of like a country feel to some of his stuff, and I can stomach that. You know what though? Honestly, Knox, I feel like there is a certain amount of that that may be true. It is cyclical because you can look back in history and see that there have been pretty followable cycles over and over again of how the earth changes over a period of time. So I just feel like it's in the midst of another one of those cycles. Do I feel like climate change could be a thing? Yeah, I feel like there are certain things that we might have helped accelerate, but they were going to happen eventually anyway. That makes sense. Last live show I saw. Oh, that's a hard one because I have social anxiety, so it's been a while since I've been out and done something like that. I think Godsmack was one of the last live shows I saw, and Hailstorm. Yeah, yeah, I do believe that was one of the last ones I went to. Cosmic. Seriously, it's kind of funny because if people are not like they don't know me real well and I pull out a playlist, they're immediately blown away because it is such a wide range of everything. Well, it's just like when they ask about my favorite movie genres or my favorite movies, like in general, they're not expecting the answer normally unless they already know a little bit about me. Oh, little one, I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. Go take you a little bit of time and decompress. I hate that. I wish that there was more that I could do. I can understand. I have a certain amount of that going on right now as well, but take some time and breathe through it. If you got to, throw on a comfort audio of some kind because you don't need to let that continue to tear you down. You need to be able to come back up from that. An all day one is not great. Oh, I see Sabaton. Yes. Powerwolf. Yes. Okay. Queen. Oh, Faxseed. Yes. Could totally vibe with your music style too. My son is a big Sabaton fan. Um, oh, and you're sick on your break. Dad gum. That blows like twice as hard. Probably shouldn't be saying that on YouTube Live. Oh well, it's fine. It's whatever. I don't go live enough for them to start nitpicking. I would hope not anyway. I have no idea who they are, Ram, but now I'm intrigued and I will have to. You know what? I'm taking a screenshot so that I don't forget and I'm going to look them up. Like, I'm going to start looking it up. Oh my God. Why are we being stubborn, phone? Please, for the love of there. That works. Let's see. You love Jelly Roll Snow. Yes. Jelly Roll. Well, and okay, Jelly and Bunny are say what you say. I mean, they are rough around the edges, but they're still really good people. They weren't always, maybe, but they are now. Heavily tattooed people have seen some stuff normally, but are also people who understand a lot about different parts of life and the not so great parts and the ugly parts and whatever you'd like to say. That's why when people tell me they're afraid of people that are heavily tattooed, I'm like, don't be, because we're protective. Like, that's what I used to tell my son. If you're somewhere and I'm not right there and you feel unsafe, look for a tattooed biker because I grew up around bikers. So, as for the most part, the bikers I grew up around made my mind up that they were just not all of them, but most of them are really good people. They're just trying to do the thing, live the life. I loved the Godsmack Hailstorm tour. Yes, I did too, dude. I fought my social anxiety the whole time, the whole time, because those are two bands that I'm like, oh God, like wanted to sing along, just was trying to ignore the hundreds of thousands of people that were at the venue and just jam. Ended up becoming a little much towards the end, but I stuck out longer than I thought I was going to. So, yeah, agreed. That was a really good tour. Yes, it was. Yes. Oh, yes. See, you already know the tour I was talking about. Japanese pop and rock. I don't think I've heard the openings and endings to Overlord. I'm going to have to hear them now. I've got so many animes on my to be watched list. It's pretty sick at this point. Like I'm never going to catch up. I'm trying to find. Hi, Lewis. I'm trying to make sure that I see everybody and I say hello when I can. And yes, Karma, that quote. I'm both. So doubly safe. Very protective of people I care about too. Almost to a fault. It's gotten me in trouble before, as has my mouth. Yep. Project Twin. Okay. All right. Screenshot. Yeah, literally I am saving these so that I can go back and listen to some of you guys' recommendations cuz why not? Life is too short. Wow. So we were at the same freaking concert. How crazy is that? Hey, it actually worked. I was going to see if it would work with me doing the mic in my tablet and me trying to do voice to text on here, and it does work. They're able to pick up good stuff. You were 19. I'm not going to talk about how old I was. I was not 19. Yeah, I saw your request for a dentist one, and I was like, you know what? That was a for real, like, cringy fear of mine, especially when I was younger. So I wanted to fill that one. I've seen so many good requests, and I've seen some that I'm trying really hard to work out how I'm going to record them without pissing off Daddy YouTube because I don't want to lose the ability to continue to post from this channel. Um, I have seen YouTube tear apart a couple of the creators that I really admire and take their channel down to almost nothing. There were a couple of them that specifically just said no, screw it, and went straight to like Patreon and paid sites because they had put, years of work into a channel and then YouTube just come and pull the plug. And they're like, yeah, I can't do this. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my stomach growling, by the way. I'm getting a little hungry. I've been up for hours. Hi, Zach. It's good to see ya. I'm over here laughing. Fact Fiend, you always make me giggle, dude. You always make me giggle. Oh, thank you, Lewis. I appreciate that. I try. I really try and give you guys a safe space to come where you feel welcome. I really wish, honestly, that I had the capabilities to live stream a lot more and to be able to make a little bit better quality content. Um, I am about to kick off a second channel. I'm not quite sure the date that I'm going to go live on that channel. It is still probably going to be mostly voice acting, but it's going to be filling some scripts that I can't really do on this channel because I wanted this channel to remain kind of in the direction that it's taken so far. I want this to be age regressor friendly. So there are going to be certain ones that I feel like won't fit here, but will be on a second channel. And just fun fact, Pugsy, who pops up from time to time in the chat, I want to give a shout out to him because he should be in bed right now. But I am in the works of writing a couple of scripts to have him uh, voice a couple of characters on some audios that will be some of the first ones on my second channel. So that'll be neat. I'll let you guys have the info. I know it's probably not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but as soon as I have it up and live, I'll give you guys the info so you can go over there and follow if you'd like. Yeah, YouTube does hate ASMR as a whole, but anything that touches on subjects that they deem unnecessary for kids specifically, they will go after. I've heard some claims of doing like anything for the trans community specifically, they go after. And they have even used terminology like indoctrination, and it infuriates me to the point of if I could somehow switch over to a different platform and give you guys free access to everything that I post with the option of a paid tier for extra content, I would do so because the fact that they specifically pick out certain topics like that, um, and single certain parts of the community out more so than others, I just, I don't understand. I don't understand. It makes me furious for a lot of reasons. Karma. Really? Well, the thing is I'm a switch. So a lot of the I don't know how to put this. A lot of the delivery and a lot of the way that I address the listener in my audios, yeah, is very close to the way that I would talk to someone IRL. So um, I'm a switch and it comes out in just everyday discussions. If you know what you're looking for, you can see me switch between depending on what company I'm keeping, I suppose. The Gothic Bible. Yes. Yeah. Word for word Greek. Yeah. It's only 3:20. Are you insane? Like my live stream is not that interesting, sweetheart. You need sleep because there are people that would actually like to see your fuzzy mug later on. Oh, Snow, I'm so glad to hear about that. See, that's another one that I have to be really careful because I want to do so many more of those kinds of comfort audios, but I have to be so careful of the terminology I use because their bots are vicious. If I use any trigger words and they are able to transcript that and then their bot checks it, I can get flagged so fast. Um, so I've had to be so choosy when writing any of the scripts for any of those. I almost have to speak in code, which is sad because those kinds of topics need to be openly discussed. That kind of stuff needs to be aired. People need to know that there are plenty of people that struggle with the same issues they do, and they're not alone because that might actually help. It there are parts of me that have been healed as a whole ass adult because of comfort audios, because of voice actors who voiced characters who got me in the right headspace to be able to affirm to myself, you need to let go of this weight. You need to stop carrying this around. This was not your fault. This I've been able to heal parts of myself with certain YouTube communities as well as TikTok communities over about the last 10 years, to the point where even though I'm still me, I feel like a different person, and a better version of myself, if nothing else. Oh, Wolfie, you know I would be so down. All you'd have to do is ask. I might not be the greatest at being able to send it to you after reading, but we will figure it out because I'm only so tech savvy. Like, for real, you guys, I want to start doing VR chat. I want a 3D model. I would love to be able to join the VR community, but A, it's an investment that I don't really have the money for right now. And B, even if I had the money, I'm not staying at my own house. So there are things I don't have access to, and it makes it kind of hard to do that. My God, why is my nose running? Sorry, guys, I'm answering a text message. Okay. All right, let's see. Transparent try-ons are okay, though. Boy. Fact fiend, if you are not 100% correct there, sweetheart, I have seen some shameful things on YouTube. But anytime somebody talks about self-harm in any aspect, there's an eyebrow raised. Like, okay. Pugsy is defying me. That's all right. He knows I'll get him later. Like, he's not getting away from me. This is not over. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I hope life keeps treating you kind as well. And the thing is haters are just different kinds of fans. They still give me the engagement. It's okay. They can say whatever they want to say because it's not going to change how I feel about myself or the work that I'm doing or any of you. It is their opinion, which has very little, if anything at all, to do with me. So, hi, beautiful. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you for popping in. Uh, oh, Knox. Honey, I know. I know that firsthand. There are certain creators that I will indulge in their content because I want to hear someone tell me things that my mom never told me. I want the support that I didn't really get from many around me when I was a kid. So I get that. I understand that feeling. Jody, I know, right? And then you feel like you sound a little crazy when you tell anybody around you that you listen to comfort audios. You're like, wow, are they going to think I'm talking like spicy audios? Or I've gotten some looks. Oh, just try explaining the kind of content that I make for you guys to an extremely like Southern Baptist Christian. There's no comfortable way to have that conversation. Ugh. Knox, see, that's how we do. That's how we do. Haters are just different kinds of fans. Would I ever do an insomnia comfort audio? Actually, yeah, because I have firsthand experience with insomnia. So, yes, I feel like that one would be a little easier for me to write since I've experienced it myself for years. That could be doable. If you haven't made a suggestion on the post asking for suggestions, please leave a comment, Knox, because that is where I'm going to find all of the audios that I record over the next few months. We're going to try and get some of your requests specifically out. I want all of you to feel seen, and I want you to be able to get to the content that you feel that you need. So, is it cold around here for Christmas? As a rule, it used to be. When I was a kid, it was always cold, and we got snow pretty regularly. Now, no. It's a little cold today, but yesterday it was like 64 Fahrenheit as the high. So, and we had thunderstorms, like heavy thunderstorms and like tornado watches and warnings all afternoon. So, yeah, it was fun. Okay, Pugsy, please do. And at some point later on this evening, I'm gonna be in the DMs, be like, hey, did you sleep okay? Thank you for coming to my stream so much, sweetheart. I appreciate it because all I did was ramble. Sleep well. Fact fiend, yes, I'd have to agree. It absolutely does. Well, I will say that I had no idea that I actually had um like auditory triggers that I do. So it's been a little easier for me to fight the insomnia because I've found a few ASMR creators that specifically like focus on these triggers. So that's how I get to sleep some nights, if I'm being totally honest with you, is I fall asleep watching ASMR videos. Ugh. Yeah, Knox, I'm about to have to hop off too. You have a great stream and love the sound of your voice. Oh, Hugsy. Well, that makes two of us then because I love the sound of your voice just as much. Yeah, Knox, I'm about to have to go to work too, baby. I looked up at the time on my phone and I'm like, oh, I've still got like an hour and a half drive to make, and I'm pretty sure that the frequency of traffic has probably picked up quite a bit. Yes, Karma, there is. If you go to my community tabs on my YouTube account, and scroll down a couple of posts, you'll see where I say I'm taking recommendations and suggestions starting in January. I'm going to fill them because at that point I had already had December's schedule recorded and posted. So, yeah, I am working currently on finalizing the rest of the audios for January. And after that, I'll start going down the list of suggestions and pick out February's audios. I plan to get to everybody's requests, even if it takes me all of 2025. So if you guys have any suggestions, go ahead and throw them up in the comment section of that post. I haven't figured out if there is a way that I can actually pin that bad boy to the top of my. I would love for it to be at the top of the community feed, but I'm taking screenshots as I go to try and figure out which ones I'm going to fill. Um, Fact fiend. You know what though? I get that. I get I get that. I feel like, in the right circumstances, I would be kind of the same. To a certain extent anyway. That and I'm incredibly awkward, like, face to face with people, incredibly awkward. Oh my goodness, I keep hearing my pup under the freaking bed. She thinks that she's Batman, you guys, and underneath the bed is the Bat Cave, so she sits under there in her fortress of solitude for, like, hours a day, and the only time she pops out is either when I call her name or when I offer her food or when I offer to take her outside. Like, every other waking moment of most of my afternoon, she spends right up under that bed. Thank you, Jody, and I love you too, baby doll. I need to look. Yeah, we're okay. All right. Yeah, I hate this so much because I was really going to try and stream until about 11:30, but if I did that, then I would be late and no paycheck. So, as much as I hate to do this, my duty calls, and since it is my living, I must go do this. But I've enjoyed proposal audio next week. Yes. And that one, just FYI, that one is definitely going to be a multi-part audio. So there will be follow-ups to that one. Already wrote the script for all that. You guys have a lovely rest of your day. Please be safe anywhere you're going today or this evening, depending on your time zone. And we're going to try and continue to do this as often as possible since I have Wi Fi access, even though my setup is so freaking scuffed. We're going to continue to try and do these just so we can catch up. Maybe the next one I can actually do baking or cooking of some kind because I enjoy doing that thoroughly. The kitchen is one of my happy places. Thank you all for coming. I feel very loved. Bye.